Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Update. It's 10 o'clock on February 24th, and yeah, kind of a junked up day, junky looking skies, a lot of jet junk, as we had this system kind of hanging out to the south. Even brought a little light precipitation over parts of Jersey today, but it looks like it's going to push to the south. Hopefully, we do have clear skies tonight, and hopefully it will stay to the south for enough for tomorrow that we'll be able to have a nice day as far as the sunshine and blue skies go. But we do have a full moon tonight, or it sure looks like it here at the lake here in Wandsworth. Kind of pretty. You can see again off to the right some of that cirrus there, but to the left looks like clear sky. So that's hopefully what we can have for tomorrow. Looking at our statistics at Islip, high of 42, low of 37. Running, let's see, the low of 37 was 10 degrees above normal. That puts us 5 degrees above normal for the day at Islip. And let's see, Central Park was even warmer there, the high of 44, and they were 4 degrees above normal for the day. Looking at our map right now, current conditions, temperatures are finally dropping after kind of a mild day. We're 28 degrees, that colder air finally starting to build in from the north. We'll show you what the day was like at Islip, and you'll see that during the day it was pretty mild. We got up there, we got up into the, 40s, yeah, 40s, and then it started dropping as we got to the evening. Actually, we're missing a bunch of observations today at Islip. We don't know what happened. All right, because that low of 42 definitely seemed a little bit low. Yeah, we have missing a bunch. Usually we have more often observations than that, but you can see how the temperatures have dropped this evening. The dew points have dropped. The colder air is coming on in. Let's look at our highs across the area, and highs. Yeah, generally mid-40s. Something went wrong at Islip, I think. We generally had mid-40s across the area. Pretty much the entire area had mid-40s. Looking at the lows, lows generally are the current temperatures we got. So 28 degrees at Islip. That's our current low because it didn't really cool off much last night. Precipitation, which we're going to take a brief look at here. No, I said precipitation. And we'll do the 12-hour precipitation just to show you there was a little bit in Jersey. Yeah, it was a little bit, just a very little bit of light rain, very light rain, and maybe a little mixed with a little snow there. But other than that, nothing much. But if we do go back to the air temperatures here, you'll see the colder air up to the north here, and you can see up to the north. Like if you're up in Albany right now, it's 18 degrees, or it's not that cold actually. You got to go further north, way up north. Like up to Plattsburgh, where it's 12, and then you have some of these other areas, especially toward interior parts in New England, where it's 0 or below. That's the really cold air that, unfortunately, we're not going to see. If we were in Quebec right now, we'd be below 0, actually. 6 below if we were in Quebec right now, but we're not. So let's go to the models now and look at our dew points and wind flow through tomorrow. You'll see that colder air, but you see the heart of that colder air kind of just stays to the north. We get just a slight edge of it here on Long Island, and the further south you go, the warmer. There's a pretty big gradient there. It's going to get, it's just air mass. It's in, and then boom, it's already out by tomorrow. You can see the winds. We start off with northeast winds, and then by later in the day, they turn to the southwest. So for Sunday, so that's going to bring in the warmer temperatures as we get into. It's just going to really just a ridiculously quick shot because again. That raging Pacific jet that we've been dealing with all winter long just isn't letting the cold air come down. So lows tonight, probably by morning, we're probably going to have temperatures around 20. I don't think it's going to get much colder than that, honestly. And then tomorrow, we're going to have upper 30s to near 40, and probably mid-40s in Jersey. Probably be much warmer there. There's going to be a big gradient, I think, when it comes to the temperatures. Now the skies, that's the wild card here because we do have some upper-level moisture. So I'm going to take a sounding here. From the 16Z here, we'll put it over here, and you'll see the problems, the issues that we may wind up having with the skies. There's a little bit of upper-level moisture here showing up on the HRRR here that could result in some jet junk, perhaps. But I think the lines are far enough apart. At least, I think it gets worse later on in the day, probably as we get toward 18Z. This is 1 o'clock. Yeah, it gets a little tighter by 1 o'clock. So generally, the morning is going to tend to have, I think, the better skies. You may have some jet junk in the afternoon, perhaps. You know what I mean by jet junk. However, every model is different when it comes to this. So if we look at the GFS at the 18Z, it's a lot more pessimistic here. So if we look at the, actually, we'll go to the FV3, because this way I can, let's see the FV3. Yeah, these lines it only goes up to there, but you can see they are closer together. So, because the GFS doesn't have the 16Z, it only is 18Z. If we look at 18Z, you see that doesn't look good at all. So let's look at the sky output for tomorrow, and you'll see that we do have clear skies. It is showing clear skies over us, but again, with upper level moisture, even if there are no clouds there, if you have a jet that goes through, it creates a contrail, and then it doesn't go away because the humidity is high up there. That's the jet chunk. That's how you get that kind of stuff. RGEM looking good for tomorrow. So hopefully we can get a clear day for tomorrow, because the upcoming week is gonna suck. So that's gonna wrap up this Long Island weather update. We'll have more in the upcoming week and to next month, or the longer weather update and outlook tomorrow night. Have a great night.